Hi there, it's Ashley here with this week's episode of Stamp Create Repeat for Your Next Stamp. And this week I'm so excited. I am starting on Valentine's Day projects and I have my first Valentine card to share with you guys, and this stamp set just squeals cuteness. I cannot get over the adorableness of this set. So I'm making a card today. I'm going to do some paper piecing and some Copic coloring, and I'll start out by showing you all the products I'll use. I will link them below in the description box. You can find them over at yournextstamp.com. And I'm going to be making this Valentine's card with this little teddy bear mug. And you can see all of these adorable little marshmallows are going up the little ladder and they're jumping into the cocoa. This is just beyond cuteness. These marshmallows have like little faces and little arms and legs. And then I put the sentiment that says, sending you a cup of happiness. And I use this little Instagram kind of like Polaroid for a frame. And I've got some twine there at the top. And it is just mega cuteness. So let's start out and I'll show you what I use to make it. First of all, I use the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink. I use the Your Next Stamp wire snips to cut apart the coordinating dies. I use some pink twine that I purchased at my dollar store. And I just wrapped it around the little Polaroid there. I think it looks so cute. It just added a little bit of dimension. I thought that was a super sweet way to really just bring that forward. And then I use these Your Next Stamp gumdrops, and these are so stinking cute. They're called Hearts and Dot gumdrops. I'll show you a full set of them. So they come with some pink hearts, purple, blue, and yellow. And then you also get the gumdrop circle ones, so you kind of get like a little bit of everything. This is such a cute set of gumdrops to use for Valentine projects. I love how it's not just like red, white, and pink. You also have like some purples and blues and yellows, so it really lets you make some cute Valentine projects but bring in some other non-traditional Valentine's Day colors. So that is such a cute set. So that's the Hearts and Dots gumdrops, and I will have that linked below as well. So cute. I actually used the little pink one there on the speech bubble, and it really just brought it forward. The speech bubble comes on the stamp set there, and you can stamp it out using colored ink, or I just used the coordinating die, which cut it out on white paper, and then I took the little gumdrop and put it on there, so it actually gives it some dimension with the gumdrop. It kind of like pops forward, which is so cute. Here is the stamp set. This stamp set is probably one of my favorites from Your Next Stamp. It is so stinking cute. It's called Cup of Happiness. So you get that little teddy bear mug and such a perfect image for paper piecing. You get the cute little mug here that already has the little marshmallows in it, and then it's kind of ready to make a scene with it because you've also got the little ladder and you've got these cute little marshmallows. You could have as many or as few of them as you like, and there is the little ladder here so they can be like climbing up the ladder. And then there's a ton of cute sentiments. You get we belong together, sending you a cup of happiness, and wishing you comfort and joy this holiday season. So it's a super cute set for having some cute like winter sentiments on there, but also then having some Valentine's sentiments. So it's a good transition from the winter and Christmas into Valentine's Day. And then there's also the little speech bubble with the hearts and two little hearts that you can stamp on as well. And there is also coordinating dies. It will cut out the little mug there and inside the little mug handle. And then it also cuts out all the little ladder, the speech bubble, and the cute little marshmallows, which the marshmallows definitely need the coordinating dies. They're super cute and teeny. So the coordinating die cut those out perfectly. So that's the Cup of Happiness stamp set. I also used this paper collection. It's an older set, but it's a really cute one. It's called Crazy for Coffee, and I think this was perfect for Valentine's Day because you've got a whole bunch of cute pinks in there, and I used that brown gingham plaid for the paper piecing of the teddy bear, and then I used that brown and pink hearts for the background. So all the papers that I use for this card are in this collection, and it's a really cute like coffee set with some cute little coffee bean papers. There's like little mugs there with little faces on them and the little coffee rings. There's some little iced coffees and some little coffee icons there. Just a really cute set. Then I also used some coordinating dies. I used this set here, and this is a really cute little Polaroid set. It's called Insta Love Polaroid, and you get both the large and small size. I use the largest size, and it's so perfect to kind of frame a smaller size like scene, and then it has the perfect little bottom part to add a sentiment onto. So I really love this coordinating die. And then of course you also have the small one, which would be super cute for crafty card projects as well. Then I used the stitch rectangle die set. I used the largest one there for the outline of the back of the card. So let's get started with my process video, and I will share with you guys how I made this. So to begin with, I'm just going to take the stamp set and stamp out onto some Recollections 120-pound cardstock, this little teddy bear. So I'm going to show you how I do the paper piecing. So I'm stamping it out onto white, and then I'm taking that Crazy for Coffee paper there, and I'm stamping it out onto that. I'm going to stamp it out a third time because I want to layer on top of the coffee. So I'll show you how I go about doing that after, but I'm also going to stamp out the other little pieces that I'll be using. I'm going to stamp out the little ladder. And then I'm going to do those cute little marshmallows. They are so adorable, and they look like they're just saying wee and like jumping into the cocoa. I am just obsessed. Such a cute set. And then I'm going to run these through my die cutting machine first, and then I'll do the paper piecing. So I'm just going to trim this one off because that one I'm not going to need to use the coordinating dies for. I'm just trimming them apart with my wire snips, and then I'm going to use a little bit of Post-it note tape just to hold down the coordinating dies while I run it through my Sizzix Big Shot. And I'm just lining that up, and this one's so cute. It cuts out the handle of the little mug, so that inside part will be cut out for you. And then I'm just putting on the little ladder and then those little marshmallows. And then I'm also going to cut out one of the speech bubbles just on white cardstock, and then later I'll add on one of the little gumdrops to it. So I'm just running that through, and then I'll show you the little reveal of all the pieces. So there is the little mug, the little ladder, the little marshmallows, and you can have them going up the ladder or jumping in or however you want to make your little scene. So now I'm just doing that little speech bubble. So let's do the paper piecing. So first of all, I'm just going to cut on the black line of this little paper pieced guy here, and this brown background was so perfect for this little teddy bear. Then I'm just trimming down into the handle so I can get that brown part out of there. And I did cut out one backing so that I'll have the white all the way around it. I really like that. I'm just going to Copic color on top of this one. So I'm just using E59 for the little cocoa part. And then I'm going to use E57. This way I'm going to be able to cut this out and layer it on top of that paper pieced section so that it really just pops, and I do have some coloring on it still. I used E55 to blend that out, and I added some shading to the marshmallows with E53, and for the tongue I used RV14. For the little muzzle for the bear I used E55 and E53. Then I just took my E59 and E57 for the little nose. And then I've got my little marshmallows there, and I'm just adding some E53 just to give them a little bit of shading. And then I'm just taking that RV14 for the little ladder. This was a super easy set to color up, and especially with the paper piecing made it so simple. So now I'm just going to trim those out. I'm going to cut them out on the black line, and I'm going to cut all the way around the little muzzle, and now I can layer that on top of the paper piecing. And I'm going to cut out all the way around this little cocoa part on the black line so I can add that on. And how cute is that? It totally pops. So I'm just taking my glue stick and adding that on, and now it can be layered on top of that little white piece as well. And I just put a piece of paper down behind my glue stick so I didn't get it all over my desk. And I'm just adhering it on. So easy. A great way to do the paper piecing is to put the acrylic block on top so that it really holds it down for you and gets it all adhered. I took my black jelly pen for the eyes, and then my white jelly pen just for a little accent on the nose, and I always like putting 3 little white dots on the cheeks of my critters. And then I just added on some white lines into the cocoa just to really make it pop. So I'm just going to show how you could do this. You can take the pink ink, this is the pink flamingo ink from Your Next Stamp, and you could add this on like this, and you could have the cute little speech bubble just like that. I end up using my gumdrop, but I did leave that part in just so you could see, so it's totally your preference how you want to do your little speech bubble. Then I'm just going to take some white cardstock, and I'm trimming out the largest size of this Insta-Love Polaroid die. It has really nice stitching all the way around the outside. These are super cute for like making cute little scenes with your critters. So I kind of set it out there so I could get an idea what I was all going to use, and then I used the largest size rectangle on white and the second largest size on that cute heart paper. So I'm all ready to adhere my card down, so I'm just taking my ATG gun and adhering down this white cardstock onto a pink A2 sized card base that I had. And And then I'm putting down the hearts and the little Polaroid there. And then I'm going to put on the sentiment that says, sending you a cup of happiness. Such a cute sentiment. And then that just fits so perfectly inside of that little Insta Love Polaroid. So I'm just going around the outside with my ATG gun adhesive and adding on this to the background. And then I'm going to just set it down where I want it, but leave it up a little bit, not press the whole thing down, so that I can add on a little bit of twine. So I'm just taking some pink twine and I'm going to wrap it just around the top. I think it's such a cute way to add on a little bit of dimension and really just separate the Polaroid from the back of the card base. So I'm just adding on this little bow here. And I do fuss with it a little bit. I'm such one of those people that fusses with their bows. I love bows so much, so I always want them to just be like perfect. So I edited that part out 10 minutes later, and I'm just trimming off the little ends of that bow, and I do sometimes take a little bit of adhesive and put it behind it just so I can kind of put the bow exactly where I want it to be. And now I can start to put on my cute little images. I literally cannot get over the cuteness of this teddy bear mug. I think I'm going to have to do one in a pink paper piecing as well because I'm just so in love with it. So I'm just adhering that down, and then I'm going to put down the little ladder and add on my little marshmallows and have them jumping into that cocoa. And then this little guy's also jumping in, and then I wanted to have one kind of like going up the ladder. So stinking cute. So now I'm going to take, I'm just showing how you can either have that little speech bubble with the ink, or you can take the hearts and dots heart from that gumdrop set and add that on. I really love that idea just because it gives it a little bit of dimension, but it's totally your preference. It does come in the stamp set for you. And then I added on some gumdrops, and that was my card for this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I would love if you subscribe and leave a comment. Your comments always make my day. And I will see you in next week's episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye now.